Divine Feminines, I hope you guys are doing incredibly well. I'm going to dig into this message I am getting specifically for you. I'm hearing that it's really important for you to stay focused and continue to pour into yourself right now. I'm also picking up that people could be very into your energy right now, very nosy, wondering who you are. And I'm hearing for a lot of you, people are whispering about, who is causing and stirring up all of this change within this divine masculine, because they are making major moves, relocating, quitting jobs, filing for divorce, asking about separation, wanting to spend time on their own, dropping bad habits, including certain company that they keep that are associated with those bad habits. And I'm also getting that they're trying their very best not to talk about you, not to answer questions about you, but that is why the main message here is for you to just continue to pour into yourself, because you could feel like you're being provoked, interfered with. Your masculines are talking about you a lot or bringing up your name in conversation, so it feels like your energy is being tugged on, but the universe is saying just ignore it and keep moving along. Okay, so let's get into these messages that the universe wants to remind you of your journey with your divine masculines. Okay, so there it is. They are stepping out of their comfort zones, and I feel like they're no longer clinging to what's familiar, what's comfortable. They're not clinging to anybody else's perception of what it is they should be doing and the decisions that they should be making. And I'm hearing like, for some of you, that's why the universe designed physical union, or like that 717 energy where union is just inevitable. You guys are going to run into one another, and all of the illusions are destroyed because you guys get to speak to one another, look into each other's eyes, like exchange touch, your tone of voice. Someone could tell that you're genuine, the love is real, the love is true. So I feel like a lot of this, bubbling energy right now around you, maybe even you're being guided to just stay focused. You could be eating exceptionally well right now, and it's like you're all of a sudden stomaching things that you normally wouldn't, like especially a lot of raw foods. The universe knows what it's doing to keep your vibration aligned and protected. I'm almost seeing like nothing can penetrate your energy. Many of your masculines want your forgiveness, so I feel like there could be a lot of distortions around that. Many things could be wanting you to get angry with your divine masculines, be at conflict with them. So I'm hearing keep your defenses up, keep your vibration very high. So that's going to be focused on the things that you're consuming, because this is healing for your divine masculines. I'm seeing that a lot of them are getting breakthroughs, epiphanies about where they might have went wrong. Whereas when they're stuck in these karmic situations, they can't see that a lot of their behaviors are bad for them, that it's not allowing them to progress or to move ahead in life. They just stay wrapped up in the same types of energies like insecurity, anger. I'm even seeing right down to things like overspending, overindulging, overconsumption. Their energy feels very bogged down and like they're trying to walk through quicksand when they're in some of these karmic situations. So I'm hearing that a lot of you are protected because you're not to get dragged down into any of this, okay? And that's why there could be separation or space that's being orchestrated, and a lot of you are calm and cool with it. Even during the moments where you are feeling pulled in, like you want to check in on them or reach out to them, it may be coming up, but I feel like you get instant clarity to just remain grounded. So that's why it's important, like if the urge does come up, you can feel the energy really heavy around you. All of a sudden you were really good yesterday in a high vibration, eating really well, and now today, all of a sudden you're feeling like reaching for junk food, or you don't feel like exercising. It's like normally you've built up this really good routine of waking up early, and then something hits you where your energy is just down and you feel like you don't want to do it. Work extra hard to do it that day, because that's the energy that's trying to creep in to lower your defenses, so that you do go into that lower vibration mode and pick up on a lot of the stuff that your masculines are working through. And I feel like something or someone or a group of people want to play on your emotions, where you are very quick to try to assist or help your divine masculines, but no more. You guys are protected. I feel like the journey is protected. Something tells me about this Transcendence card that, by meeting you, they are now starting to And not even starting to. Many of them are recognizing it, or they're starting to piece things together. But for many of them who could be new to the journey, they're starting to piece together that, like, it's more than just a physical attraction to you. It's more than just a crush. For some of them, they've been reiterating to somebody, like, it's more than an affair. They don't like that word. Like, someone is trying to make out your connection to seem like it's tainted in some way, or your connection to them is scandalous. That's the word. So these are also things that, they have to explain or work through. I feel like someone is thinking that they've done you a lot of damage by not letting go sooner, by not letting go of whatever they were clinging to sooner. And some of you, Divine Feminines, I feel like you're realizing that the space and distance that you are experiencing now, it's like it sucks that the universe had to step in and do it, because now I feel like many of you are like, okay, that's why I should have, never reached out that time around, or that's why I should have fought off the urge to, contact them, or whatever the case is. But either way, I feel like you both are learning a lot of lessons that you need to now. Like, now in the present moment is when it counts. It's better late than never. Divine Feminines, for the first time ever, you're pouring into yourselves without needing to pour some of that back into your masculines. You're keeping it all for you. And you're allowing them to learn how to pour into themselves without needing some of your, juice in your cup. And your kids, and you guys would like drink all of your juice, and your sibling or cousins or whatever would look over to you like, yo, give me some. Pour me some of your juice, yo. You'd be like, no, you drank all of yours. So I feel like that's the analogy that I'm getting. It's like, for the first time ever, you're allowing them to, think for themselves. And by thinking for themselves, they're seeing things clearly that they need to in a lot of these situations that have been holding them back from either true happiness, true fulfillment, breakthroughs in their careers. Many of them, if I'm hearing mother, so I feel like if parents or a mother has been their karmic situations, a lot of them are learning to separate themselves away from that support system, because that's what's held them in place for a really long time. Like, if they did decide to venture out and do their own thing when it came to this connection, that meant that they would lose family support or be ostracized from their family in some way. I feel like at this point in their lives, so some of you could have been on this journey for a very long time. I feel like now someone's at a point in their life where they're ready to break away from that or create distance. I'm also seeing moving. So someone could want to move away from their family, or move out of town from their family, or move away at a distance from their family. And I feel like that's the start of you two actually, it may be like a year later and they're settled in their new place out of town away from family. And that's when you guys actually start experiencing this unity energy even more. Because now there's less interference, or there's no interference. Someone might be thinking about moving countries, and you might feel really heartbroken about that, but you might find that when they move countries, you guys start communicating more by email or by video chat or through social media. And it took them actually moving to another country for you guys to have the time to connect in peace without their family or friends influencing them, like, not to reach out to you, or it would be a bad idea, or what if they did and then you guys were to bump into one another. I feel like it really did take someone relocating and leaving to get the clarity that they need. So while they're doing that, Divine Feminines, I feel like the main message here is just to let you guys know to focus in on yourselves right now, because I feel like the Divine Masculines are breaking away or dealing with things in their own lives that have held them back from this version of themselves that, like, they should be there by now and they're not. Okay? I feel like a lot of you who are in the Divine Feminine energy, something feels like you're experiencing this energy, everything that they wanted to be or the life they wanted to have, and they're stuck here feeling like, how did I miss out on that? Many of your masculines may be really frustrated as well, because, like, you are pouring into yourself, you are taking good care of yourself, and they know that it's for good reason. I'm hearing, I should have been there. Okay, so someone feels like they should have been there for you, or they should be behind that safe wall or that safe haven that you've created for yourself. Okay, so someone did the work, whereas someone chose not to believe in the magic of the journey, and that's what they're missing out on now. Now they're stuck with a lot of this karmic junk. It's like they've awakened regardless. Like they didn't believe in the awakening, and I feel like you did, and you kept going along on your path, even if it was without them. And they chose to stay, and eventually they still had the awakening, even though they didn't believe this thing was real or that they would. And now that they have, they're stuck in these contracts with a bunch of people. Imagine being in this awakened state where, you feel like, life is really to just be seized and to be lived. And then you're surrounded by people who, when you talk to them about these things, they're not on the same page with you, or they're not aligned, or they look at you like you're crazy, or they haven't really caught up yet. I think that's how they're feeling. That's why isolating is coming up, because someone feels like, that's why they want your forgiveness. I feel like your masculines, they pushed away their true love. It's only now they're getting their awakening about who it is you are. So there's this long journey ahead of them that could feel really heavy. What are you supposed to be focused on right now, Divine Feminines? Okay, so individuality. And that's why I feel too that you're living the life that someone wanted. And I'm also getting from your masculines, like the gossip around their family and friends. And, I feel like at one point it was like you didn't live up to the expectations, and maybe you didn't, right? Like usually on the journey, that's how it is, where before your spiritual awakening, you're either doing something that's completely, unsatisfying to the soul, and that there's something big that's wanting to happen, but you don't know how to get there. And, you may just be on autopilot and feeling stuck. And then boom, you encounter your twin flame, or, right around the time you encounter your twin flame, something ends up happening that tests you. It could be, threatening your job, or many of you, having like a major accident, or something that alters your life in a significant way. And it fills you up with the courage and the tenacity and the motivation and drive to turn your life around almost drastically. And someone ditched you, or someone abandoned you before your big transformation, and now I'm hearing like, when people look at you, like you're the talk of the town, like you're doing that one thing that everybody wishes they could do, which mostly I feel is like walking in your individuality. Like a lot of you could be like doing something artistic or doing something creative that it's bringing in a lot of success, or I feel like all eyes are on you, or people are whispering about you, or they want to know, like, oh, well, how did you make that happen for yourself? Or how did you hear about that opportunity? Or, things are falling into your lap as well, Divine Feminines, that's making you stand out from the crowd. Like, I really do feel a lot of you are developing spiritual gifts, and you're putting it to good use in ways that, it's benefiting humanity, and you've got people in your community talking. You could be a little celebrity in the town that you live in. I feel like some of you could have put yourself out there in the form of music or art or your spiritual craft, and at first it was strange, and now all of a sudden it's being accepted, or you're being celebrated for your individuality. And now someone's feeling left out in the cold, or left out in the dark. They're stuck with people who, like the party's over is what I'm hearing. These people might have been looking at you and making a mockery of your journey with your masculines, and your masculines might have very well joined in this party. And everybody is now paying the price for it. Okay, that's why you guys have been feeling them either wanting to make some kind of return, or, come back. And the energy feels very humbling. It feels very gentle. But I feel like the underlying energy around all of this is they have to stand up to the karmic situations all by themselves. And it's like they can't face it alone. I feel like the reason many of them may be trying to reach out and communicate while you're in this pouring into yourself energy is because they want some of that, like, courage or positivity, that good vibes, that optimism, that they're going to be okay, and that this whole spiritual journey and the awakening and this twin flame stuff is real, and that if they take a risk, everything is going to be okay. And the universe is like, no, you're going to take the risk to tear away from this comfort zone all by yourself. And the Divine Feminine is absolutely not going to be some kind of safety net for you. You're all on your own. And that's why I'm saying many of you are protected with this whole just all of a sudden wanting to pour into you and, just focusing more on yourself, because things could be working out for you as well, Divine Feminines. Let's get one more numerology card for the Divine Feminines. Things are working out for you. Things are working out for you. Many of you could be excelling at parenting. It's just finding more ways to be present with your children. Your children as well, Divine Feminine, could be gifted as well with this individuality. Like many of you may be pouring a lot of time or energy or focus into your kids. Okay, that is another thing I feel like a lot of you were heavily judged with on the journey, is that you had children and maybe your masculine didn't. I feel like family and friends might have looked at you as though you were you wanted your masculine for something. You wanted to use them for something, or you just wanted them for, whatever the case is. I feel like you're proving a lot of people wrong by now, like setting an example of what it means to be present for your kid through hard times, because that's what this journey did for you. I feel like there were a lot of people that were looking at you as though, why would you make that decision? Like, some of you in the Divine Feminine energy, you guys might have gone through like divorces on this journey, right? You guys might have really honored your soul, honored the karmic connections or soulmate connections that you were in because of this journey, and decided to be the outcast.